Welcome to the Core Collective Podcast. My name is Jeff Bullard. Today we're joined by Clay Wood.
Hi.
Andrew Young.
Hello.
Patrick Booth.
Heyo.
And Brandon Weber.
Hello, everyone.
All right. It has been a while, but I'm happy we got the band back together. A lot of stuff has happened since our last episode and stuff. But yeah, we're back here and we're excited to talk about Clix. Was there anything anybody wanted to catch up on before we jump into it?
Man,
Jeff, I think your beard got like 2 inches longer since I saw you last.
Dude, I haven't trimmed it all. I think I am due for a trim. I think you're the second person to mention that.
Getting bushy.
You know what? I could have straightened it before I got on. It's been a day and I've been in the rain, so frizziness takes over occasionally.
It's pretty impressive.
Thank you, sir. Kind words, kind words. All right. So I think, Clay, you were able to make it out to Champion Clix, right? I think I saw photos of you there.
I was, yeah. Just want to say hello to everybody. It's been a little while. I missed the last couple of podcasts. I guess I first want to start off, since I finally have like a captive audience. I want to say thank you to everybody for all the support they've been giving to me. I've definitely been going through a rough time the last couple of months, and it has been amazing to see like how the community has rallied in support. And just I am so honored that everybody contributed clicks and even a GoFundMe. I mean, it's totally been amazing, and so I just want to say thanks to everybody. And so it has been really rough. It's kind of going through a rough time, and so I wasn't going to go to Champion Clix, and then I said, you know what? I need to get out of LA. I need to get out of my head and just go see people. And it was just such an amazing experience. I didn't go as hardcore as I have in some of the other conventions, but it's just so great to see people. And I've spent more time just hanging out with members of our community, and I'm just continually blown away. What a great group of people we have, and this is like an example of this. The Redmonds, who, if you listen to the Degeneration X podcast, Ryan runs that, and his wife Christine and son Oliver sometimes make an appearance too. Well, they were all there, and Christine and Ryan were busy playing, Constructed. And Ollie, who's got to be 10 years old or something, he's pretty little. He is just running around, playing battle royales, just schooling people, having the time of his life. And it just goes to show what an amazing community we have, where you can let your 10-year-old run around with a bunch of adults, and you're not worried at all because everything is good, right? So that kid is he is amazing. He is really fun to hang out with. He's an up-and-comer. Keep an eye on him. Anyways,
nice.
Yes, sorry, that's my long-winded introduction. Yes, it was a Champion Clix. It was great. Highly recommend it. Any particular things you want to know about?
So the alphabet soup, that was an interesting format. What were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I did participate. I did watch. I did look at a lot of people playing it.
Yeah,
it's a very complicated format to build for. The idea is that you have to pick a single letter of the alphabet. It is a 2v2, so a team event, and the letter that you pick, all characters have to start with that letter, and it is Extreme Highlander between both players. And so I think that S was far and away the dominant chosen letter, with amazing options like Sakarian Iron Man, Scarlet Witch, Scarab, because there was no ban list, so those things that had previous, it was silver, I should mention, sorry.
Yeah.
And so those things that you previously weren't able to play, of course, the Spider-Man Prime. So all those things are out in full force. I think there were some other really good. There were some okay options too. I think C did really well with like Colossus and Captain Carter's Shield. And
Okay.
you know,
Oh,
I
even
think there were a few other
even the
Brave
objects
Souls.
had to have the same letter.
Every single item, yes.
What about
So
bats?
if you wanted to run tarot cards, S was really your only option.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah,
you needed to
that
play
makes sense.
Saturnine,
Right.
plus all the tarot
Star.
cards had to start with S.
Yeah.
So you have
Yeah,
like
yeah.
seven.
6,
Yeah.
7, yeah.
Dang, that's
Yeah.
that definitely brings out the team building creativity, but it does sound like you do get pocket hold into playing S because that's probably the most popular letter that things
Not
start
interested in this format in the least.
Not at all.
I'm all about creativity, but I hate the like non-competitive. Like I don't know. Just for my part, like I'm not a like I need a competitive, like what do we call it? Supported format,
with. Yes.
like a WizKid supported format.
Like, I like weird and wacky for events, like where it's like, oh, everyone's got to be a couple, or everyone's got to be green, something weird and wacky like that, where it's just like, oh, it's cute, right? Like, oh, well, let's play St. Patrick's Day. Everyone's got to have green on their sculpt. Ooh, right? Things like that would be cool, or heroes versus villains. Those are cute and fun, right? The problem is when the team building becomes homework, right? To an nth level, such as like it sounds like this was, it becomes more tedious than it is fun, right? Now, I'm sure there's people out there that enjoy that tediousness, and this is designed for them, but this does not seem to be more like does not seem to be an inclusive event in that case where it's like a new person could really jump into this. This seems like it's for the old people that have a lot of time on their hands.
Real fast
Yeah, I have big
segue.
collections.
I would like to
Yes.
make a suggestion for HC units. Since you brought up everyone plays green, Patrick, today being St. Patrick's Day, there was achievements formally on the win, Clay. So if that's something we could do is get like achievements for playing Heroclix on holidays or like winning so many events, or judging so many events or hosting. I think that would be a scholarly thing of you to do.
Oh, it's so funny that you bring up achievements. It's one of those things I never really used that much on the win, and so I never really was looking to replace. But I've had a number of people tell me that not only do they want achievements, they want me to migrate their existing achievements. They won't use AC units because it doesn't have their huge achievement list that they have captured, after all these years of using the win.
Yeah, so I went back when I had my Win account. Mind you, ID cards are like already a done thing at this point. And I went and found ID cards that I could enter just so I could get those achievements.
I always tried for the so many states, like you play, like
Oh,
from the
yes.
East Coast, was able to get like New York, Jersey, Pennsylvania, things like that. The problem was, if the person that was running the event didn't put it in correctly, you didn't get credit for it. So that was a problem.
Like if they didn't finish the event, they only went through it but
Yeah.
didn't finalize it. Basically,
Pretty much.
you wouldn't get credit.
Best thing is when
I
Jim
can
Hunt did
ask.
that.
I can ask, WizKids the next time I talk with some of them, but I haven't got a strong sense that they were interested in migrating data off of the win, so I don't know if it's possible or not. And I don't even
sometimes
know
you
what
just
the
got to
full
start
list of
fresh.
achievements are.
Sometimes you got to start fresh, Clay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, there's no reason to put dead data on there. No one's gonna go try and find old ID cards. Forget that.
It's fair. All right. Anywho, 300 Modern, Champion Clix Open, standings. Joseph Harrison, congrats. Let me share my screen, friends. That's the one. All right. I'm the ghostwriter, bitch, I believe is what he was trying to say there. We got Colossus with motorcycle, Ghostwriter Crimson Gem, Kevin with that Avatar Tarwit, Black Panther plus the longsword, Perdegaton, Timebreaker, and a Lucas PJ Bystanders Pog, and a nifty traffic barrel to round out things. Pretty solid duo attack team, 2 threats, some solid support. I like it. Crimson Gem lets Ghost Rider pick up the phone booth, so he gives everyone else around him shape change. Scarlet Witch is probably the pilot, giving him shape change himself. So, yeah, that's solid.
That's a nasty pilot.
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool choice. I totally.
Yeah,
I didn't even see that. I didn't thought of that until I saw him playing. But yeah, she has Midnight Sun, so it just goes to show you should. Sometimes you need to go back and look at those old the vehicle pieces and see how your pilot list has been updated.
Sometimes.
Yeah, he's got 4 range, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yes.
So he's got
Psychic Blast and Shape Change. Pretty good power set.
Yeah. So now he's hypering with Psychic Blast.
Off on if Ghost Rider's KO'd, she does come out on click 3, not ready to pick the latter half of the dial.
You can't do the back half?
Correct. Cannot.
But you can pick that for the pilot trait, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I see. Okay. So it's only is there what's the rule? I don't know what the rule is there. But are the first 3 considered your main clicks or something like that?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's her main dial that you pay for.
Okay.
Because it would be the first time Scarlet Witch would be KO'd. Instead, turn it to click 5, right? So the only way you get to click 5 is through those traits regarding KO clicks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you were to say one of the secret identities for one of the secret identity characters was a pilot, right? They couldn't come on in the second half of their clicks the same way.
Makes sense.
Nice. All right. I like it.
I love seeing Ghost Rider again. That was such a pet piece for me when it came out. Double Kong Ghost Rider. I love that.
The weird thing for me is
so
I was
good
surprised that this team beat a collector. I don't even know if it did because I feel like
it did.
It did.
3 and 4.
It was because of Beetlejuice though.
Because they couldn't collect.
Reliant.
Yeah,
he couldn't collect. He wasn't this guy's not heavily reliant on free actions. And I think he had 4 or 5 time breakers out, and then he went alpha'd and then popped out Beetlejuice. And
so
just
I'm assuming both collectors were defensive collectors, like the whole "Hey, I have shape change super senses, so you can't hit me" type thing.
One of them was defensive.
Was Nyx. Yeah, let's see.
Nyx wasn't very defensive. His more aggro.
Oh yeah, he had Universal Weapon, Trick Arrow, and Crimson Gem. So
let's check out second place team before we get into those collectors.
Sorry, go back to real quick before we move. There's one thing that I really want to call out, which I thought was quite clever about this team, and that you see maybe on a few others, is the +1 longsword is definitely a big favorite. I think it was one of the big winners of the event. But Kevin, who I think a lot of people wrote off when he initially.
Oh, Kevin and Tarwit.
But not only that combo is really strong, but it's the combination of Beetlejuice and Kevin that's really strong. It's even stronger because you can give the unavoidable damage to Kevin, and it doesn't count as him, taking a hit. It just turns his dial, and so you don't actually need the time breakers. You don't have to the butterflies. You don't have to KO the butterflies in order to keep Beetlejuice up.
If you spin his dial to KO though,
then he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
Then he's dead, right? So I mean, so the problem was for him, which is why he didn't do it very often, was because he was pretty consistently on prob.
Yeah.
So that's the second to last click. Yeah. So he almost never spun it. But what was interesting about that game is he probably supported 6 times,
from 8 range away.
From 8 range. I think that was actually the besides the probs, the multiple, basically double probs, for his two main attackers.
But,
that was his main use. Like, because Ghost Rider had Chthon, he was taking damage constantly, and he was just using his last action of the turn, because he only had 2 attackers. He was using his last action to support basically every turn. It was crazy. Like, supporting from 8 away is insane.
Clay, I remember telling you about these two when we first got our Kevins, like early on. I was like, this is the best combo, but nobody wanted to play it. And like you said, taking the unavoidable is exactly the same as you remember Infinity Lockjaw when you would take the pushing damage.
Yep.
Same concept. Super solid. Very well put together team. I like it.
Yeah, no one played Kevin Tarrant because Scott Porter existed at the time. So just played 2 Scott Porters instead.
It's fair.
Yep.
But I think, Kevin Tarrant's gonna... I said this after the Porters rotated, but it's taken a little bit longer, but it's finally getting the representation that I think it deserves, as it's a very powerful combo.
One more thing I want to call out before we leave this one is this kind of team is why I like Prime Swamp Thing. Like, he gets around, like, obviously he doesn't get around the shape change, but you have Mimic on the sideline so that it makes it harder for them to pick up Phone Booth, and then he gets around the Ghost Rider, like, can always use powers thing, because it just says they can't reduce damage. So still very much building around Prime Swamp Thing. Love that guy.
Solid. Love it. All right. Let's see. Second place, Rob Alger. Main board Beetlejuice with a motorcycle. Solid. Ghost Rider again with a Dream Ruby. Loving that shape change. Kevin, Predagon, and double Daredevils. Kind of hard to kill team, it looks like.
Especially when the Daredevils
I was
re-roll
surprised.
their single die for immunity with Kevin.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
interesting to know where we're at on Kevin.
No points. He probably would have had to drop a Daredevil. Maybe it would have been better.
Maybe drop the
Daredevil
Arrow.
Or drop the Stormbreaker.
Yeah, one of the equipments.
Yeah.
Maybe he cared about the knockback with the close combat expert.
Maybe.
Yeah, I just wonder how effective Trick Arrow was on Daredevil, but came in second, so.
Yeah, can't knock it that much.
Can't knock it that much. I do love a main force Beetlejuice, man. I think that's a great play. I feel like for a lot of teams, I mean, how many Black Panthers were played? Like 27
16?
or something?
Isn't it 16, I thought?
16?
16 or 18.
Okay. All right.
look at the
Well, I'm
stats
way
afterwards.
off. But anyway, you just basically negated like 30 points of a lot of teams' builds.
Right. And then what do they take away? You got options.
No, not the reverse flash and the mimic.
Oh no, my pilot for my Ghost Rider.
My treasure chest. No.
Yeah, it's solid call with the Beetlejuice.
I love the double Daredevils, man. So good for body blocking. But there's no. See, I would have definitely. I think I would have definitely played the barrel, right? Like,
yeah.
How do you not play the barrel? It's like one of the most powerful game objects.
You would have to probably drop both.
I think the barrels really dropped off a lot because of the
Mimic.
The mimic. People don't want
Yeah,
to have
but
to
if you're
pick it up.
You don't have to pick it up. It's 5 away. Pop those Daredevils in front of that, baby. Drop that Stormbreaker, put on a Bucky's arm, and add a barrel in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair.
Make it difficult. You sit on top of it and they still can't go through.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Now the teams everybody wants to talk about Collector.
It is hilarious on that last team that they have 4 characters with team player. And can't ever use it.
That's so sad.
And there's nothing to copy. Yeah.
All right, so Collector. Matty G's got the motorcycle, giving him reflexes for ignore characters. Captain America shield, $200 bystander, and the universal weapon. along with Black Panther, Longsword, Elsa Bloodstone, Trick Arrows, Predegaton, and Timebreaker.
So he was playing the 21 defense collector.
Yep.
Interesting.
That's not a terrible choice.
Instead of Census.
Well, I would have assumed, like, you know, if you would have gone the Census super sensitive shape change route, put a Kevin on that at that point because he's Marvel. I mean, maybe the guy doesn't have it.
Oh yeah, fair. Yeah.
All right. If he's got the Captain America shield, I'm pretty sure he has access to a Kevin.
No. He could have won it at his local event. You don't know this.
True.
It's Matty G.
I'm sure.
If he wanted, he probably could get it.
Maybe he was dumb and didn't think of it too. I don't want to call the guy out like that, but you just made me.
It's wild accusation.
Captain America shield's interesting. So he has. He always has 21 defense. That's cool.
Yeah. You know, it's the thing that shuts this team down. Jennifer Kale. Done.
How many Jennifer Kales were played?
0.
Probably 0.
Yep.
I don't know why.
I
don't know why she fell off so hard.
Because Trick Arrows.
She just dies.
Yeah, she just gets nuked by a Too Dangerous.
She does get nuked by Too Dangerous, but I mean, I feel like at that point, then with like maps like Brock's Bunker, then like, what are you so worried about? Like, just make sure they can't hit the line of fire on the person, keep her away a little bit. You know, that's some strats there that you got to kind of figure out with your placement. Especially,
it's true.
People out here are playing long swords all over the place, and all the close combat experts out there now. You know, maybe she sees a little bit more.
Maybe
I wonder how often the long sword on Black Panther was actually relevant.
It's just free.
Yeah, I know, but I guess you don't want to take a sideline spot for a tomb on him. But I do like having the 6 range outwit.
That is very, very true.
He doesn't have the sideline spots.
No, because remember with the addition of one shots, right?
Yep.
Sideline has now become a premium again. Right,
it's
even a more premium.
But I feel like on this team, like, I guess he has universal weapons, so he could have blades, and he could have charge. Okay, all right, yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Clay, can we add the points on the one shots?
Think we had a what?
The points.
Do
the
it
point
now.
Values?
Oh,
it only doesn't show them in the finalized teams, Clay.
Oh, it shows it when you're
building.
Interesting. It shows when you're building, but not
on the finalized teams.
Okay. For the shared teams, huh?
Yeah, there's a 1
so
where there should be a 0.
I like the Elsa Bloodstone, man.
Totally wasn't aware of that. The points are right, though, aren't they?
100%.
Yes.
Yeah, points are right.
Only something I would
for
use.
Summer. That's weird. All right.
Can you unequip yourself? Can you take
no?
Is it no? You can't. All right.
No, the only person that I know that
question, but I've never tried to do it.
Has an ability like that is Prime Elsa Bloodstone.
Yeah.
I think it just says free choose and unequip an equipment equipped to Elsa Bloodstone. Adjacent friendly character may immediately equip that equipment.
Yeah.
So she could just be giving him
swords,
the trick arrows,
or the swords, because she's a warrior.
Yeah.
What? How would she give him the sword?
Because
if she got the long sword instead of the trick arrows.
Yeah, she's very versatile in the equipment that she can give to people because she has all the keywords that allow her to do those.
Yeah. Fair. All right.
Nice.
So defensive.
I'd definitely say that's modification defensive collector, 21 defense collector.
And this one we got see-through walls collector.
Yeah, this is the I'm going to shoot you collector. Right.
So same stuff.
Yeah, really over-indexing on the free actions. You got the Space Ghost, you got the Timebreaker, you got the Collector.
Lots of free actions on this one.
Right, playing a dangerous game.
Hey,
with
you
the
know what?
Beetlejuice.
Got him top 4 though.
4th place, baby. Yeah.
That probably paid for his weekend.
Yeah. Oh, the Soul Siphon. Fascinating. Did you guys? I watched his game. I didn't see, or maybe I saw 2 games of his. I didn't see a Soul Siphon getting used. But do you know, like in theory, what that was for?
Yes.
Regen and Collector.
Wasn't Soul Siphon the pull the
Free
token off
regen.
one? Or was it the free regen?
Free gen.
Free gen. So that one was on there, I believe, just because if you fought another collector and went toe to toe, and they were just pulse waving each other, you can free regen up to kind of put yourself ahead of them.
Okay, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right. Good job, top 4. Was there any other teams you guys were interested in? Want to keep going down to 8?
If you want to see Daniel
go to 8,
Powell's,
baby.
his was wiki. His was weird.
Yeah.
Who?
Same.
Oh, we got to see
Team's
Daniel's
wild.
team.
Trento Cafe.
I love Daniel's team. A bunch of stuff going on here.
A lot of stuff going on here.
Just all attackers.
Good stuff. Lots
A
of
lot
good stuff.
We got King Deadpool Elsa with trick arrows, Kevin with Tarwit, Reverse Flash, Crimson Gem, Spider-Man with Mew Mew.
Every collector player wants to play against this person.
Yeah. Black Panther Longsword, Predagaton, Daredevil Bloodstone, no regular Daredevil, Timebreaker, and Lucas PJ Bystander with a nifty traffic barrel. Bunch of
I will say one thing that's interesting is that, or maybe purposeful, is that every character or most of his primary characters are 40 points, so you have to put 2 collection thingies.
We also have the option to call out Beetlejuice.
Yeah, also true.
Yeah, it seems like everyone's playing at least a Timebreaker.
Yeah.
All right. Now this team I like. So
3
annoying.
figs.
Simplicity
Brutal.
at its finest.
Yeah.
So I don't think anybody was on this except for Dan. So Captain Marvel starts the game with an invite token. Once per turn for all characters with this trait, when a friendly character with the Avengers keywords attacks, you may remove an invite token from a friendly character to replace the die replace the die in the attack roll with a 5. So basically, when a friendly, and then the other trait is when a friendly character with an X-Men keyword hits double 5 rolls after resolutions, friendly characters with Avengers keyword within range gains cosmic. It doesn't matter. But basically, they can
This
force
was not,
double 5s, and because of the power gem, when a friendly character attacks and the attack roll is 10 or higher, that becomes a critical hit. So he pretty much can guarantee.
You can force 2 crit hits.
Force the crit hits, which
Remember,
is
you can
annoying.
only use 1 invite per attack.
Yeah. And then she has got Energy Shield Deflection, Impervious. When Captain Marvel rolls a single D6 from Impervious Willpower, increase the result +1 for each action token she has. So she has Shape Change. The motorcycles, he goes to Super Senses.
Yep.
And they all have Willpower. So.
And I think Impervious.
Yeah, Impervious. So that's what, 3 through 6 rollouts on double tokened.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Kevin to re-roll it. Like, that's really good.
Yeah. So
and
realistically,
then is willpower
you can
a
only
May?
yes,
Or
but
you can just
realistic
forget to do it.
yes, realistically you're only attacking his team on regular rollout every 4th turn, I believe it was.
No, I mean, he in theory could stay.
He can, but we're assuming if
with
you assume that
enough luck, he could stay on 1 token.
if you assume that he never
1 to
hits a
2.
willpower or leadership or something like that, it's
Yeah.
every 4 turns, right? Because he wants to roll willpower after they always have the 2 tokens, because then he'll always have 2 tokens.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Pretty nasty.
Yeah, solid dude.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
was
he
watching-
lost to?
I was watching.
Nick knocked him out.
He lost
He
the
lost
next.
him. I was watching them. Nick was sweating. Nick barely managed to pull it off. It was kind of it was like in the last few minutes of the games. I think Dan just missed his rollouts. But it was because Dan had killed everything else on his team except for Collector. So it was.
Yeah. And I think Nick collected the Captain Marvel.
For whatever reason, Nick didn't go after Kevin, which I don't understand why Nick didn't just go kill Kevin.
Because he could just collect it, right?
Yeah, he can collect it.
Yeah.
You put 2 tokens on Kevin, you collect it.
And then go after the other two.
Yes.
Yeah.
Strats.
Interesting.
I think it's one of these teams, if you haven't seen it before, it'll really catch you by surprise.
Nice. All right. Good job, Dan.
You need a caveman Wally West.
Oh,
Yeah.
Prime Swamp Thing.
Double man thing is interesting.
Scientists. All right. So we got Swamp Thing with Conchu, Man Thing with Avatar Gaia, regular Man Thing, Poison Ivy Trick Arrows, Harlequin, and Protegaton with the Bloodstone.
Love it. Love the Harley. Love the Harley tech.
Basic.
And it's
seen this
themed.
Yeah. So Harley deals the 1 extra damage, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Bloodstone says you can't heal.
Mm-hmm.
It's dirty.
It's absolutely insane, though, to me, how many more unthemed. The whole, what was it? The entire top 8 was unthemed?
Nick was Cosmic, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, he
guy's
was.
Scientist.
Yes, you're right. Oh, this is a top 8 team? Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, and Daniel was Avengers, right? Wasn't he, or something like that?
Yeah.
He's unthemed.
Okay.
Because
He's
Kevin
got a.
Oh no, Celebrity Robot, never mind. Yeah.
were they
Kevin
celebrities?
Asar's
6 of 8.
They
No, it
might
was
be.
unthemed.
They're celebrity. Oh no, they're not celebrity. They're like Kree. Oh, they're actually Kree, Avengers, X-Men. And what's the last one? Warrior.
Yeah, the only themed are Nick so far and the Scientist team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
So
So I think this is a great time to discuss one of the listener questions.
Ooh.
And I believe it was, what are your general thoughts on the current state of modern age?
It's called spend a lot of money because you're going to need to win.
yeah.
it's,
But I also
think
think
modern's
that,
wide open.
Yeah. Wait. How much is Collector?
$250 plus.
250-ish.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, there was 2 collector teams, but the rest of the top 8 were completely different,
Yeah.
more or less. I mean,
Uh,
this team was a little similar to the second place team.
So
Well,
Kevin and Black
there was a
Panther
lot of
are
Kevin in the
still,
top
So
8.
this is the first place, right? Kevin, Black Panther are still Black Panther is hell of expensive.
Isn't he like 2 plus
Yeah, he
for like
is.
the combo?
Kevin with Tarwitz still hell of expensive, right?
That's
That is
another.
very expensive. Yeah.
That's
Colossus
about the
Ghost
same.
Rider.
$400.
Eh,
This is
Yeah.
probably a $700 team.
Yeah.
at least
Lucas PJ Scott too. How much is that going for?
And you have Kython,
minimum 50.
right?
Is it
Proc
really?
bunker map prior
Oh.
to being able
Yeah.
to, like,
Towerette. Yeah. All the little
traffic
side pieces.
barrel. Come on.
Phone booth $20.
Scarlet Witch. What is that? Like
I mean, it's-
$70 or $80 sideline
Yeah.
piece.
Something like that. Yeah.
So at least $800, $900 team. Look at Champion. This one. Same. Kevin, Ghost, Daredevils are expensive, but everything else is okay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
He's probably a $400 team.
Yeah. Something like that.
I mean,
Uh,
if you got Kevin at the bottom of the market, it's probably a little bit less expensive.
But market value right now, he's like 200, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he? Oh wow.
He went back
Okay.
up.
Dang, he went back up.
So Collector right off the bat 250, Captain America shield 200, Black Panther another 200. That's about $600 right there plus everything
Also
else.
Bloodstone, yeah.
I want to figure out how to get pop that Captain America shield off, put on a Chimelian flute, and figure out how to get a Spider-Man family person on here so that you can have 4 through 6
Miles?
senses per Degaton and Collector. Yeah. That's
Or
wild.
Wonder Woman TA.
Yeah, Wonder Woman.
I mean, yeah,
or-
but there's nothing less than 50 points for Wonder Woman.
True.
Trust me.
I
with all
think the
time.
cheapest for Spider-Man is 20 for one of the new Pogs.
No, there's a 15 Pog.
Okay, it's probably butt Pog, but sure.
As long as you don't get Pulse
Yeah,
Wave, you
I think
keep the TA.
I think it's the
Spider Air, probably.
Spider Air. Yeah, yep. That's right.
Nick's team is about the same as Matty G's.
He didn't have. He only had what? He had. Nick was the Ghost. He had Space Ghost though. That
Space
guy's cheap.
Ghost. It's similar.
Yeah.
Again, crazy expensive team with
The
Black
Blue
Panther
Beetle
and
one.
Kevin.
Oh, there's a Weasel Pug on here.
This is it.
Damn it! I was like, this one's okay. But
Whizzle.
there's a Black Panther and a Weasel.
Nifty traffic barrels go for $100 right now, don't they?
You're lying.
Dude, that's wild.
They don't exist.
Let's see if I need to see right now if I have another Nifty Traffic Barrel.
I know I have a double.
I feel like I have an extra one somewhere.
So
Powell's team is the cheapest. It's like what, $2 $40?
retail, these are 70.
Oh, okay.
What?
So
Oh, the whole set.
it's
Yeah.
the whole set though, right? So
Yeah, that's worth
if
it.
you bought it just for itself, right?
Yeah,
They're-
I'm just saying
they're-
the set retails for 70.
So what?
So-
He spent $140 for 2 sets, and Kevin was
Tarway,
what,
yeah. So
Yeah.
far, I think this is probably one of the cheaper teams.
probably a $400 team.
Sideline, not too crazy.
Yep.
All right. Pull up your plants.
Man Thing, Swamp Thing. Oh, there you go. That's expensive right there.
Yeah.
Khonshu. Woo-wee.
Yeah. To say Swamp Thing Conchi is probably like $350, $400.
For 2 figs.
Gaia.
Mhm.
For
Gaia.
Gaia, same thing. Crazy. Where we at? Oh yeah. So we didn't look at Blue Beetle. 8th place team. I'm surprised Blue Beetle in this format did so well with all the what do you call it? Beetlejuices.
He probably incinerated somebody for some reason. And he had Ulysses. So Ulysses kills Beetlejuice.
It's true.
Because isn't like Beetlejuice a monster?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Ulysses says, and you're dead.
Yeah.
Interesting. He opted to pay for something on Ulysses and give someone else the Bloodstone. That's interesting.
He probably needed Ulysses does need the blow through Brown since he's a charger.
Yeah. No, it's funny how he took the free object and put it on someone else. Just interesting.
20 points well spent, right?
Hey, top 8, not bad.
Yep.
And then the Weasel Bystander, my fave.
The most expensive Pog.
Is that one still the
got
most
one.
expensive? More than
No
Timebreaker?
way.
Yeah,
No,
it's
no.
Weasel and
Timebreaker them are
Timebreaker.
both going for like 70.
Wait, what? It dropped that bad?
70.
Yeah, I just bought one for 70.
Baller.
You lucked out then.
This is the most expensive Pog.
The
Yep.
flu.
The flute. I think that was the most expensive one. Don't rob me.
You got an extra?
Don't dox me. No, I don't.
All right. So
It's the only one I was lucky enough to get.
speaking of the modern age, I think it's pretty healthy. I think there's a lot of different things out there that can win, that can catch people off. I don't think there's one team that just takes it all. For example, this past weekend at the Clix League West event, month 3 at my store, Paul Cote won with Eat, Shoots, and Leaves. And he was playing Panda Pool.
What?
Yeah.
What's the trick?
Panda
Just
Pool
doesn't
makes
Plants.
plant markers.
So you can
Okay.
alpha with IV.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
And then you also
Instead
have,
of using Just instead of using a man thing.
But, yes, but Panda Pool also has a secondary clause that says animals within 2 of plants get +1 attack and damage. And Cayman, Wally, and Kong are both animals. So all of a sudden they're coming in with a 3 CCE for an insane amount of damage.
Dang, I love it.
Oh, Panda Pool.
Oh man.
You know what? I gotta give this guy credit for taking a shit rare that everyone thought was terrible and making use of it.
Yeah,
I
that's
remember,
awesome.
I remember opening this set and going, Panda Pool, who cares about a goddamn panda? Right? How many of them were thrown across like different rooms going, not another panda? Right? No one liked the panda. And now this guy
I just remember playing him in sealed and completely missing the fact that he can't be given a second action.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a thing too. But yeah,
we also used him as like a Beetlejuice outlet because when Panda Pool clears, he heals 2. So he would Beetlejuice into the Panda Pool and then clear and heal.
Dang, I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, dude, the synergy was there. And we'll check out the second place team. Very similar.
Is another Panda Pool? Not cool enough.
To the guy that won Champion Clix, but Sean didn't have a Kevin, so he had a Kong.
Not a bad alternative.
Yeah.
Totally different role, but
just another beat stick.
Yeah, I like it.
All right.
So the team for those listening are Colossus, Ghost Rider, a few others. It's interesting. There's one figure that I think got a lot of hype that we haven't mentioned once tonight. Maybe there's probably a bunch, but nobody has played Hadari.
What?
No Hadaris.
Well, Hadari was getting smoked, at least from the like if you look at the meta metrics, like win rate was like 38% or something like that.
Well, because people figured out the fact that super senses is not enough, and then pair it with the if I have X amount of guys or more alive on my team that don't have a keyword, I only take 2 damage. Well, the easy answer is kill the guys and then kill her.
Yeah, I mean, she is a massive amount of your build, but then also I feel like I don't know, it seemed to be played almost too defensively.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, when I watched some games, it just seemed like that's a piece you
I believe Isaac was playing Colossus and Hadari, and I think he did very well in the Swiss, but I think he got knocked out by Devin.
Plus, she's very highly susceptible to poison and pulse wave.
It's true.
And she loses the collectors because they can just go 4 tokens, and I don't care how much damage you don't take.
Right. Yeah.
Facts.
Right, and I'm pretty sure Hadari doesn't want to play Beetlejuice because
I also think Fortified does not help Hadari at all.
No.
Yeah. Like, you never want to have to use a Fortify on Hadari, because if you did, something has gone grossly wrong. Why is she taking 4 damage? Oops.
Well, I mean, like, for Hadari's effectiveness. Because, like, people would bump her to, 7 damage or some shit?
Yep.
And then spread it, but, that thing that gets hit for 7 is only getting hit for 1 now. And that's, terrible.
But that's why it's like, if you wanted to still be okay with it, you have to be like, I'm just splashing for 3. So you don't make her like a bazooka, you just make her like a big tsunami wave of just damage across.
Yeah.
Right. But people that's not good enough though. People don't want to do that. I want to make her my bazooka.
Well,
yeah.
Again, splashing damage against collectors is not going to do much.
Yeah, the meta currently is like teams are about 3 to 6 guys. Like, her ability works great against the 6s and the 5s, but anything less than that, she's like,
Yeah. All right. There's another Clix League West event in Arizona. Again, wide open, dude. Beta Ray Bill, the spot. Very fun stuff. Caveman Wally West, Despero, Elsa Bloodstone, Madison. Just a bunch of good stuff
Solid.
again.
Yeah.
Oh, the
The
spot.
spot is really good. Is it legal already? Is it,
Yes.
or was
7
this
days
past-
after
was it this
release,
past
yep.
weekend? Okay, so yeah. These
Got
are very
smoked. Clay and I
strong
got
piece.
smoked by the spot
He
this
just
weekend
got
at the release.
Yeah, the spot's
Yeah.
really good, dude. That
but people
piece
are
is
playing.
kind
I
of
heard them.
insane.
There, people are playing him weird, where they're using the free action just to keep moving the spot token out, but they're not reading it carefully enough because you can
Oh, you
only
can't do
move
that.
the spot token within 4 of spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, oh, okay. Well, sounds like people need to kind of read better, but that's okay.
Reading's a skill.
It is.
Nice. Glad to see some Spider-Man, Spider-Verse getting played.
I think that's
Dude, what I'm
probably the most
surprised I haven't
meta
seen
piece.
is the canon event. Canon event's busted.
Well,
Yeah,
especially
it's
since you
10
can
points,
activate
though.
it yourself, though.
Is it?
That's the problem with it is you should not be able to
Yeah, it's 10
activate it
points, I
yourself.
think.
I thought it was 5.
Yeah, I thought it was
Is
5
it?
too.
It's only 5. You're thinking
Oh,
of the
you're right.
leap climb dodge. I think it's 10.
Yeah, yep. I am. You are right.
Another. Oh, see, I like this team. Gives the Dream Reaver gives them shape change, and if you already use a shape change,
+1.
plus
No,
no, they deal their
no.
feedback damage.
No, yeah. You know what this team needs? It
Blue.
needs a Shatari Pog, and it needs a Chameleon.
A scroll plus a freaking
Scroll,
flute.
There's a
You dropped the
15-point
Bucky's arm.
bystander.
Yeah, try find
Yep.
that Pog. You go try and find that Chitari guy.
I know. I'm trying. I've been trying.
Maybe you'll get a cheaper one in Smash and Destroy.
Maybe.
Jeez.
Maybe.
I think there was.
I'm trying to play. I'm trying to play my boy Super Skrull in silver.
Oh,
The old
Okay.
school one. Oh
That's
yeah.
the good one though. When you pick from the different sets. of
Hell
packs.
yeah, baby.
I think
With the
I always
power?
think of the zombie one when you say the old school one.
That thing's butts compared to that
That
one.
thing's trash. Oh yeah. This one's fire, dude.
Oh, see, Captain Universe, Trick Arrows. There we go.
Mhm.
Captain Universe and
Mhm.
Kevin. Why?
What do you mean? Why?
Yeah,
Why?
Like, why not?
Why not?
I mean,
Enhancement,
what's-
baby.
what's-
8-range enhancement, double reroll.
Yeah, but well,
Or
like
double-
I always
double
feel
proud?
like Kevin is better with characters that have single D6 rolls that have a chance of hitting it. Like the thing that kills me about Cosmic Spider-Man is he only has super senses on a 6. Come on, man, you're Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's dumb. But, and I don't know, does he need trick arrows?
No.
I think you put ultimate weapon on this guy, but
Yeah.
Universe, yeah.
For
What?
precision.
universal weapon. Sorry,
Here he has
Yeah,
precision.
precision.
Oh, you want
Well,
it
for the
the
Blades
Psych
Clix.
Blast.
Oh,
I want
Psych
Yeah,
psychic
Psych Blast and then
blast.
precision for the Blades Clicks.
Yeah, the Psych
Yeah,
Blast.
or exactly, or give him
No
super
Ares on
strength
the
and pick
sideline is
something up.
interesting.
Yeah, wild.
Because Ares
Double
is,
Wonder Woman.
Ares is ridiculous with that attack power.
You know
I
who
guess
I've been
they
wanting
really
to-
wanted Wonder Woman.
I've been really wanting to play the Legacy Amethyst with Captain Universe because she makes 6 permanent blocking terrain markers that he can just bunker himself in, and now you have the whole Thanos problem again.
Yeah, just shoot
Mhm.
through it.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's just like,
What's the spider bite doing on here?
I don't even know what this character does.
She
Andrew.
generates, I think.
Andrew, ask
I know,
Brandon.
but only.
Andrew,
What?
ask Brandon how many Wonder Womans he plays on his sideline with Butterfly.
3.
3.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You're a sick man. I do like the
No.
Spider Ham tech.
What's
Nice.
the Spider Ham on for?
It's
So
for
besides-
Kevin.
it's for your swap.
Oh,
It's
for
your
butterfly, yeah.
swap, and it gives all of them plasticity and can't be targeted within 4.
Interesting.
It's
Yeah.
pretty nice.
By
It's
ranged
called,
attacks,
well,
yeah.
I guess if you don't want to let me have my Wonder Woman, I'm going to get my plasticity and you can't shoot me close.
Yep, and you still get a. I guess he has a spider bite on the main force, but I was going to say, and you get something for Degaton to copy.
Yeah, the only
Yeah.
problem is this team does not do well against the Captain Universe team.
I was gonna say
A
he can
mirror
still
match
copy
hurts
from
This
Captain
is a
Universe.
I see. Wait, why?
because is the 4 range thing isn't going to matter with Spider Ham.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, the line of fire thing, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what this team needs? Needs a Mysterio on the sideline.
Ooh,
Forget the
don't,
double Wonder Woman.
don't you dare get that there. That's going to be one of the things I want to talk about later.
Oh, sorry. It's so
Get there.
good.
That's one of my new favorite tech pieces.
Oh
Oh.
yeah, it's disgusting.
Looks like Jay went full hardy Yao.
For what now, Jeff?
There.
Hadari Yao.
She made it there fast.
Oh, look, it's the Raven that lets you crit easier.
Yep.
Yeah, that's really good.
Nice Green Man enhancement. She probably has enhancement. Yeah.
Well, Loki's a
They-
weird choice, but go for it, man.
Where's Wizzle?
I think Loki's probably just there for Beetlejuice.
Yeah, to take the hits because he's not taking it
Yeah.
from damage. She's not taking it from
And
attack.
he's not doing
And he
anything
can't.
else.
Yeah, he can't KO. Yeah.
Nice. I feel like this team needs a Weasel.
Yeah, but you'd have to
Yeah.
sacrifice Madison for it, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Or you sacrifice Loki and you start eating damage, but like, why would you do that?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, you could always run
Yeah.
Tiebreaker Bog and then drop the Lucas PJ Scott or something. But the Lucas
True.
PJ Scott gives your own characters the protected pulse wave, right?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
if
Well,
you
and
really,
time breakers are giving up 5 points.
I
If
mean,
you
5 points when you're pulse waving
really-
your entire opponent's team from 3.
It's true.
if you really wanted that Weasel, I'd say, yeah, drop the Lucas PJ and then probably the rivalry, because like, does she really need the auto hit? Right. And
Well,
if
she
you
can't
really,
auto hit when
Yeah.
she pulses.
well, that no, she just does the like multi spread with like precision
You
strike.
also can't do that anyway because rivalry is a single target.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah,
why I said like
true.
you need the rivalry, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
rivalry is probably not that good.
I don't think you need either of those. Because besides
Fortify-
Hadari,
The Fortify is probably for the Raven, so she doesn't get one shotted.
I guess.
True.
What's Raven doing?
She's the increasing crits chances.
Interesting. Okay. 3 more than a target's attack. That's a
Which
lot
is
more.
very easy to do with
Against
Is
your
it?
defense
with Hadari.
values.
Yeah, Hadari is
Yeah,
what,
I
a
guess.
12?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
that's true. That's
she
true.
could get to
And
like a
yeah, you
13,
get Madelson
14.
double perplex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All
your
right.
14's on like what 19s, I think, are the highest printed in the meta besides 200-point Kong, which is a 20.
And then you have Brother
Yeah.
Voodoo who'll do some free damage, and he has a prob,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So maybe
Yep.
drop that defense by 1, you know?
And you're doing
Yeah.
the deity thing. Yep. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was wrong.
Cool.
Sorry.
And isn't she mystical
fun.
too for Kython? Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to put Cathal on? I mean,
No.
yeah, it's because now she has a 15 attack.
yes, but the unavoidable is like terrible.
Big fucking deal.
Yeah.
Brother Voodoo can heal her with his tokens.
And she'll have 5 range pulse wave. That's pretty nice.
It's dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Go big or
Sometimes
go
you just
home,
gotta
boys.
go full Hadari, I guess.
That's right.
Da-da-ch.
And I mean, this team also has significantly more characters than the like typical, ruler build.
Yes, and with the prevalence of Kong going down, it's safer to play bigger teams.
Yeah.
Well, you say that, but
Oh
like,
man.
I think there was 3 Kongs in top 8 or top 4 for us, Jeff, on
Yes, but
Saturday.
that's why. Well, look at the against like the meta guide. You can see he's dropping down.
He is. No, he definitely is.
Yeah, so that's why some people are probably getting a little bit more braver to play like teams that are back at 7 again.
Yeah.
Falling out. People getting tired of playing him, but the people who
They're gonna
some
rue
people
the
are just gonna
day.
play.
Oh, he'll be played in Memphis. You know he coming.
Oh, Lordy, he coming. You best believe he's gonna be there.
What's the over under on him being on the winning team?
25%.
Yeah, I would say under like a 50% margin for sure.
So the line is 50%. Now you pet the line under the line.
Well, I mean, he's either on it or not, right, Patrick? So I mean,
I'm gonna go under.
Yeah.
You think he will be?
As well.
I say he's under 25% chance of being there.
Yeah, for sure.
The
All right,
over under on being at final table, that's the real question.
I dare even say I don't think he makes top 8.
That's
Bold
wild.
predictions from our very own Patrick Booth.
You know, we'll call this seeing into the future.
Oh yeah, clairvoyance.
Clairvoyance, baby.
So, what are your thoughts about the new Spider-Verse set, my friends?
Ooh. So
I
this
mean, the
set
one
is
shots are good. There's a couple good
dope.
figures.
So I will say, unlike the previous Collector Trove set, where you wanted to collect your trove mostly for the objects, right? Mostly for the objects, maybe you liked a chase or two, right? The Collector's Trove set was not like a big hit where you're like, I need to get everything, right? I feel like you don't need to get everything in this set either, but unlike the Collector's Trove set, Spider-Verse has some solid pulp figures in there that are worth getting, in addition to some pretty okay to above okay average, right, of super rares that you're like, I could work with that, and at least 2 chases that may be considered like you gotta get.
I feel like with Collector's Trove, even if you didn't want to get everything, the set's so small you could do it without even trying.
Yeah, you probably could have bought a case of that set and been like, hey, look, I have a lot of extras, but I got everything I wanted, except for maybe a prime or a chase.
Yeah, like at least this set has a little more depth. It's a fuller set. Definitely some interesting characters. Like just watching the guys play Sealed, the CUR seems solid enough to have a good fight. And some, like you said, some of the SRs are good. Some of them are a little quirky. And again, same with the chases. Some people are just gonna like them because they're super cool and nifty, and some of them are gonna be competitive. Just from what I've seen and what I've played, I like the set so far. I like both of the what is it, brick incentives.
The 2x2s, yeah, they're very cool. I wish they were a little more clearer on how to get them. For some stores didn't understand that, like, you know, but I think you just need to advertise it a little better and easier. Maybe you had no problem in the future.
Yeah,
I will say that I think the Spider-Man trio is a very fun piece, and I think that could.
Don't you dare say it.
Thing in silver, maybe just a little bit.
Okay, I'm glad you changed your ways a bit and said silver. That I could maybe see silver, but definitely not modern.
Oh no, definitely not, bro.
Maybe if it was 195 points.
Yeah, maybe, and it was like 75 points instead of 100 that you could bring in. Maybe.
You know what? I would have said that figure would have been great if they gave us 3-point lines, like one for when each one of them were there.
Well,
and made it,
yeah,
that would have been cool.
Busted.
or 3 different, like kind of 3 different sections.
Yeah, like, okay, you have a Miles lead section, you have a Peter lead section, you have a Gwen lead section. If you pay 300 points, you get all 3.
I
You know,
think
How do you get this guy?
Yeah, I think it was like for every brick or case you bought, you were able to buy 1 set, is kind of what I was told. I do not know how accurate that was.
One of them, and in case you can get both of them, from what I understand.
Okay.
But I'm not entirely sure. Jeff, you're a retailer. How did it work for you?
I told them how much I wanted to order, and they sent it to me.
Sick.
Yeah, so it seems like
You guys, you make it seem so complicated. It's really not.
No, it seems like the different representatives were told different things, because I've heard from several different people that it's like they were like, no, you had to meet quotas to get so many, and other people were like, I wanted 20. They sent me 20, right?
That was me.
Yeah. So it seems like double check with your rep.
I also ordered at least like 20, 30 bricks. So
yeah, so if you wanted 20 and you ordered 20, 30 bricks,
okay,
met the quota.
That's a different story. Come on.
they probably, maybe they would have sent me more if I asked. I didn't try. I didn't need more.
Yeah. So these have it says Spider-Man, and Ghost Spider. does that mean it has a qualifying name to get Mjolnir?
No,
Or
because
is it?
it's not just Spider-Man.
It's not just Spider-Man.
Because this figure is Spider-Man, Ghost Spider.
Yeah,
Not just
it's
Spider.
Just like
Correct.
Odin and
It could be-
Ravens doesn't let you
Yeah.
get the.
Correct.
I hate that so much.
Yeah, it's kind of silly.
Oh, I guess this is also a 2x2, so you can equip it anyway. Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah.
I played a lot of
it's not favorite
Spider-Man.
character, Unfortunately.
I'm very sick of super senses.
Hey man,
It's like,
Caveman Wally
you know,
West, bro.
Caveman Wally West, man, he's your
Oh,
best friend.
Yeah. You said no.
yeah, he doesn't
no
exist in
super
sealed
senses.
though.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
like just sealed is like it's like every piece has 4 through 6 super
6,
senses,
yeah, it's-
and pretty much everybody has shape change too. Because if you're not playing Spider-Man Noir, you're doing it wrong. It's like it is just a battle of rollouts,
Chasers,
and
yeah.
it has just been a brutal couple of weekends of playing this set. I'm over it, sadly.
I will say all the sealed events I've hosted for Spider-Verse have been very low scoring games. Like there's not a lot of clearance. Not a lot of people are clearing games, right? Going to time.
And it's hard to, like, I think I did a sealed last weekend. My 2 boosters, I played 9 of the 10 figures. There's just
Yeah,
so
Oh my
many
gosh.
low point figures.
I mean, there's like 4
And
or
it's
5
like,
games in the set.
you know,
There's no anchor
It
figure,
is.
I think is the key word of saying, that's outside of like a super rare or a prime.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
I mean, even
the
some of the-
beefiest guy the beefiest guy is Venom, and he's 100 points. Or there's what is it?
Bedlam.
The red
Yeah,
Bedlam.
Bedlam.
I was forced to play Bedlam.
Bedlam. Yeah, like what 120. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's which I guess maybe that's a refreshing change from every other person having
Having
300 point
Thanos.
Thanos
Yes.
in the previous set.
So I would definitely say
Ugh.
this is a good set that we did not have to play it at Team Worlds. This would be not a good set for Team Worlds.
Yes. We're probably gonna get
The X-Men set.
Lantern.
Lantern or X-Men.
Lantern's in
one of the two.
July. It was supposed
That'll
to
be
be
lit.
in July. Supposed to be.
Yeah.
Well, they have
then
Smash and
X-Men
Destroy
July.
first.
Smash and
Yes,
Destroy.
yes, but Lantern is slated for July. Speaking of
Alright.
Smash and Destroy, I think Smash and Destroy is gonna have a lot of those beefy.
All right, with them
figures and
dropping
comics.
Collector's Trove and literally a month later Spider-Verse dropping, like
That's wild.
let's take a breather, friends. Less than like a month, right? Like let's just take a breather.
My
Here's the
wallet
question.
appreciates it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Here's
feel
the
like overall
question,
this
right? So we know Spider-Verse kind of came out early, right? Basically a whole month, or sorry, it came out just a month after Collector's Trove, so probably almost 2 months early. Now, does that mean it's going to be 5 months before we see Smash and Destroy? Or are they going to move the entire schedule up by 2 months?
I
Think
think
Smash
they
and Destroy
were.
comes out in 6 weeks.
Yeah, Smash and Destroy is slated for soon, but I think what they were trying to do is because after all the delays, I just talked about it a lot. They're trying to push the product to get back on schedule.
What I also think is that it was a knee-jerk reaction to what happened at Diamond and what's going on with Alliance. Is that Diamond is in bankruptcy and they wanted to make sure they could move the product in case the company got sold. Is partially what I'm guessing happened. Because
I think it was just a mess up. I think it was just a mess, a screw up on Diamond Alliance end.
Because it was still supposed to go Collector's Trove, then Spider-Man, right? And then Smash and Destroy. So I guess the question now becomes is, if Spider-Man was not supposed to come out till, let's say, end of April,
yeah.
right? Let's say probably because of WizKid's normal stuff, May. That means then Smash and Destroy should have been in Somerset, right?
Yes.
If that's the safe assumption of the normal like scheduling, how the heck is Smash and Destroy, which was potentially supposed to come out in Somerset, coming out mid-April, right? Because it sounds like you printed this stuff already and it's now just sitting in a warehouse. Like, why did you choose to release it early this much? Because or were you really that afraid of diamond and stuff like that? And if that's the case, right, there should never ever be delays ever, because if something that was supposed to be potentially slated for Somerset is coming out in April, how can you ever say something's delayed, right?
Well,
True.
I think the interesting thing about Spider-Verse is like it's probably, I mean, how I'm not going to say the first time ever, but how often do we think that WizKids actually produces sets ahead of time and actually they just sit in the warehouse? It feels like a very infrequent occurrence to me. Yeah. So the question is, why was it that they produced this set earlier, faster than normal? Is it tariffs? They were trying to get ahead of tariffs. Like maybe they were trying to maybe Spider-Verse was supposed to be the set that was released early at, Huntsville for H4H.
Yeah.
And they needed to get it early in the hand so that they could give it to Howard. I have no idea. These are my wild conspiracy theories.
But you have a really good theory there, and if you make that assumption, then it's the Spider-Man wasn't the problem. It's now Smash and Destroy's the problem.
What if they released Spider-Verse early to make sure that Dave had some cool product for Champion Clix? It was all him. He orchestrated everything. If we're gonna go down conspiracy roads.
Right.
I really think you guys are giving everybody too much credit.
We probably are, right? And
It's
it's a nice kind of conceptual ideal or like theory crafting to say like, hey, WizKids, if you made this intentional, kudos on you for trying to like push independently run events that you are supporting, right? And then you support it with a release, because we all know that if you run a big event and it's like a release weekend or within a week or two of a release set, it really spikes your numbers because people are then willing to travel. They're going to get new stuff. They're willing to do more battle royales, right? Which means the person who's running the event, less risk there. And if you want to have those large scale events, you need to really like, working around that, right? And if WizKids did have some sort of conversation or purposely did that, kudos for you guys. And you know what? Thumbs up. You get my thumbs up for the week.
And Collector's Trove was definitely not a full set, right? So, I don't know why they decided to make this kind of like fractional set. I've heard, that it was actually supposed to be released over the summer as an organized play. I don't know that for sure. I just heard I've heard speculation that could be the case. And then they decided to release it as a full set. But no, I don't really know. But it definitely, I think it behooves them to get a full set out as soon as possible after Collector's Trove.
Especially with the change in the size of the booster bricks, right? Because booster bricks was in Collector's Trove the first set that now shifted to 12.
Yeah.
Right. So like that was your I like that theory that potentially that was supposed to be like the summer set that just never happened. Right. And they were like, just throw it on the fucking schedule somewhere. Right. That works out great. But I guess if you wanted to see how it worked, doing it in a smaller set would probably be the safest way of doing it. Especially if you want to consider it a battle royale set. Like, this is a set designed to be battle royales. Play battle royales, you get your set really quick and easy, right? Which sells through product faster, right?
Speaking of selling product faster,
I think
what are we going to get sealed?
I think it's interesting.
Supported tournament.
Sealed as a supported tournament.
Format.
I mean, Team Worlds now.
Andrew?
What?
Yeah, I mean, just like a more of a local scene, like promoted more of a local scene, more of a local level.
Do you mean like monthly OP kits, more stuff like the Clix League West, or stuff like what's David's doing with like the regionals?
Well, it's Clix League West. Does Clix League West have a sealed format as part of the competitive?
Oh, you want a sealed competitive
cycle
format?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, like other TCGs like Magic having draft and sealed as supported.
Do you mean
formats.
like what is it? Supercharged sealed stuff like that.
Supercharged sealed.
I mean, you could, in theory, do a supercharged sealed all the time now because every brick is 12 boosters. So you could always do
I'm
a
talking
three-
the kits
three
from
booster
WizKids.
sealed. I don't
The
know.
problem with supercharged sealed, I actually think it's a really cool idea.
Yes.
But based on what I've been told by the people who are in charge of putting up money ahead of time and trying to gather players, it costs a lot.
I know how
if you
much
look
it
at like
costs.
what
Sure.
you're getting,
And I did the numbers, and I
economics
don't think
of
it's worth it.
don't work out for most people. And so
Yeah, fair.
I think that I think WizKids is trying to figure out how to retool it. Because I think they would like to push it. I would certainly like to play a more supercharged sealed. But I think that the problem with any big sealed event is if you have to buy all the product ahead of time and you don't sell out, so if you do sell out, you're pissing people off. If you don't sell out, you're losing money. It's kind of a bad place to be.
Yeah.
So like what the
So I think
kits
it's
cost.
something that needs to be addressed.
So what I noticed.
What
on
is a
the kits
supercharged
cost-
sealed? Is that just 3 booster? Or is that across a couple of different like sets?
So you order a kit and it comes with 4 bricks of one, 2 of another, and I do believe you get 3 boosters of each, and then there's Con LE prize breakdown, chase boosters, I think, stuff like that, right?
Yeah. Stop trying to hawk the old sets. Just do a 3 booster sealed format of the newest set, like, and maybe have like a dealership type program for stores where you know how they you know how car dealerships work. They basically give you merchandise up front and then you.
It would be a great idea. Like what I'm hearing here is like if you did it, let's say do it with Green Lantern, right? Like that'd be a great set where it's like what you said, Andrew. Like you buy 3 boosters, you build the best like 300-point team you can build out of it, and you know what? Because you bought the kit, you get 2 or 3 chase boosters that you can crack open and give away for prize support, right? Because
100%.
if I heard correctly, the cost on chase boosters to buy for a retailer has decreased from like I guess some absorbent price now down by like to a more reasonable price.
45 and some change to like 28
20
and some
something,
change.
right? Yeah, so they cut it in half, right?
Pretty much.
However, they're not. They didn't change the limit.
Which
It's still 2 per store. They're only shipping 2.
That's fine, but you could still what? You could. This is it going in the direction we want it to go in, right? So now, if you produce more, and you can say like,
care
hey,
about the price. I care about the accessibility.
Correct, and this is what I'm saying is that okay, you can get 2 for your store, use how you see fit, do the supercharge like kit where it's all like with the one set plus you get 3 or 4 more of these chase boosters, right? That's how you get your hands on more of them because you're running a special event to get the prizes in the people's hands, right? Something cool like that.
And you're also selling sealed product. Like it's a win for everybody.
So, but you're not hearing me because it doesn't matter if the cost for me is lower on the chase booster, right? It doesn't matter because the value.
No, we understand. You have to increase the.
The value of it is still going to be the same because the content.
I understand. You have to.
The content is still the same. It's the accessibility is that.
Yeah, so you have to. That has to be part of the. That has to be part of the change, right?
The price,
you have to increase the availability.
But that's why I'm saying it's like the availability. You can open it up by saying like, hey, increase the amount the store can get just to run on weekly events. But also, if you want more past that new increased limit, go this route with it. So now people are playing this event that we want to see people play to get these exclusive prizes, and we're going to give you more so that your basic player, not your meta player, may get a piece of it.
Well, no. So say I could order 1 a week, right?
Yeah.
And then I could have an event each week. All right, you get to come win a chase booster. I'll switch it up between sealed. I'll switch it up between constructed formats, right? So to kind of give everyone a chance. And I'm sure at some point in the community, it'll get to be like, oh, I already have this. You can have this. I already have this. You can have it. So everyone kind of gets everything, right?
Yep.
But the accessibility isn't there for me to do that.
Yep. And I will say I hate to make this assumption, right? But I'm going to make a crazy assumption here is that the reason why they don't want to increase the amount of these is because somebody somewhere cares about the value of their product in the third-party market. Because think about it. but just to think about it, like you have this little box that comes with one of these lovely little chases that are worth money and which drives the sale of my packs, right? And if I make it easy to get a little box that comes with one of these guys plus these exclusive tokens, why would any smart person ever buy my boosters if you can just buy this as a premium to have a better shot at what I want?
Because you have sealed as a supported tournament format.
That's what I'm saying. Is that comes back to
Solving
what we're saying,
all the
is you have to
problems.
do that. Yeah, full circle, bitch. Full circle.
Yeah.
And
that's
again,
right,
like
baby.
you have to order
Do it.
so much sealed product
Yeah.
then to qualify for this, right? Because, dude, I already look on eBay and I see tons and tons of chase boosters, and I know people didn't win this shit. It's
No, they're
stores
selling
selling
for like
it,
130, right? 140,
Yeah.
something like
dude.
that.
One
Well, that's
150,
abuse,
190.
so you got to crack down on that kind of shit.
Like,
But
and that, but
Hard,
their
though.
staff isn't big enough.
It is hard.
do
'cause
yeah,
that.
no, I
you
know,
can't,
I know.
You can't say
know.
that person is a store selling it. They'd be like, no, I won it from an event, right?
yeah.
And then I'm selling
Yeah.
it as a private individual. The company can't tell you what to do with your own property, right? After you won it.
I
or
mean,
something.
unless they say that it's not for retail.
Well, but the thing is, it doesn't matter because if I'm an individual who won it, right?
Sure.
You
It's
can't
not. It's
tell me
not
what
for
to do.
resale.
Correct.
Yeah,
That's the difference, right?
I know. Yeah. But I guess if you're going to tie availability to buying sealed products or create a kit that includes the sealed product to run one of these tournaments, you could still artificially limit, or you could still limit
Yeah,
But the
if
problem
you
with
make
that
it a
is
kit,
gonna be
access to them.
the problem with that
if
is
you
gonna
make
be
it a
your
kit that's a
big
minimum
purchasers.
2 brick or 2 case purchase, right? You're forcing someone to buy 2 cases to then get this product, right? To help incent. They're like, oh man, I need to recoup my money, so I need to host these events.
The problem with that is like the companies, I'm gonna throw a name out there, like Bob and George's big buyers of Heroclix who buys like 7 pallets worth of cases, right? They're now gonna get 7 pallets worth of these chase boosters, and how are you gonna stop them from selling it?
No, because they can verify that you're running events and put you on a list.
Yeah, true. Yep, exactly.
You know what? You stopped me after I did it one time. You can't stop me the first time though. That's the problem with that concept. And then
but then you also can
there,
see, do they?
People out there that work the system where it's like now I went from Bob and Derek to now I'm Tiffany and Carl, and you don't know it's the same people because they changed the name of the business. So now you have to rely on Diamond and Alliance to kind of do some investigation work to see who it actually is that's paying the bills here through different shell companies.
Hopefully
that's a lot of extra work.
If there's an accounts payable, they're looking at your like tax ID number or something like that. I'm sure there's a way to mitigate some of this. Obviously, like people can go to extreme lengths to game the system, but if you're gonna do that, you're probably gonna do it with a less obscure game.
I was gonna say, why are you doing it with Heroclix?
Yeah, like the ROI
Magic.
on
do it with Magic,
on
right?
the
People do that all
system
the time.
to get it. Do it with Pokemon. There's like $5,000 cards in those packs.
Dude, I was like, dude, if I was gonna hustle cards, it's
this
Pokemon
game is
and
too
One Piece
esoteric and small to probably abuse at a large scale.
Dude,
I'm not saying it wouldn't. I'm not
Pokemon
saying it
right
won't
now are
happen.
insane.
The moment
I'm not saying
your
it wouldn't
game has
happen,
hit it
but-
big is the moment that somebody that's third party is faking your game.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
See, WizKids start sending those cease and desists.
Who are we cease and desisting?
Those people that are third party in the game.
Oh yeah.
Those patching
Whoever
boosts
was hoarding the
world.
Hey, bro, if someone makes a good proxy, I'm allowing it. That's all I'm saying. You can make a good proxy of a
Yeah,
Heroclix
dude,
figure, I think you deserve to play it.
Well, do you know what
That's what
happened?
you-
So you know the
that's what you
hustle
gotta
back in the
spoof
day,
right now.
right? So China, there's a group of people in China on the factory line that would pull figures off, sell them on eBay for like pennies on the dollar, right? And then when print and play was a thing, like some of the guys would print and play or print really nice cards, get these cheap figures, and sell it for like a profit. Every damn hustling.
Yep, every day you're
Yeah.
hustling. But you know
So-
what? This is a great segue to go into what's each of our top 5 figures from
Took the words out of my
Spider-Verse,
mouth.
right?
Ooh, all right, nice.
All right, who wants to go first? Who has their list ready? Anyone got their list ready?
Patrick,
do.
you seem to be the most excited.
All right. Well, I guess I'll do it. I mean, if you're gonna pull my leg, unfortunately, I will say that I tried to do a top 5 and I got it down to 7. But I'm gonna say I have I got 5 meta figures, and the other 2 are pulp shoutouts. Okay. So my first meta figure that I think that's going to be coming out that everyone's going to love is actually a pulp figure. It's kind of weird, and I'm going to say Norman Osborn. Right? If anyone doesn't know what Norman Osborn is the fact that he's 35 points. That says your guys that are 30 points or less or share a keyword with him, gain precision strike, and he has a TK that says when he TKs a person that shares a keyword with him, he gives them +2 range. In addition, he gives himself a 15 point. It's not a goon. It's a goblin somebody.
Goblin
It does
army.
have
Goblin army
No,
guy.
that's expendable goon.
it's
Yeah,
yeah. He has a
But it's
goon
not
trait.
goon as like the new one that's in the set goon. It's an expendable goon. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. He is amazing. He gives you Spider-Man enemy TA. He has a wild card for himself. Right. There's no reason you should not be playing this guy. He's scientist, which, oh my God, let's just make that team even better. All scientist needs right now is a solid attacker, and they'd be a solid keyword. They just need that attacker. They haven't got it yet, but they'll get there somewhere, hopefully in Smash and Destroy, because there's a lot of scientists. My 2 honorable mentions, right, for Pulp are Firestar and Morloon, right? Firestar, I love her because they're bringing back that fire mechanic. I think that's really cool. She gives all the people that have Spider-Man family on your team energy shield. Kind of cool. She's affordable at 50 points. She's a wild card, gives you an Avenger. She's also an Avenger X-Men, which is really nice if you want to use any of those Gala figures. She's one of those people that can benefit from both. Honorable mention there. Morloon, I think, is the next best thing when it comes to pulp teams. The guy is 80 points. That's 12-4, and he generates pogs, right? And the best thing about him is if you can find a way of healing him, he'll still generate a pog, right? This guy's awesome, and his pogs are awesome, and you may want to consider looking at him sometime. And he's all generic keywords, so he's pretty easy to get on theme teams. Number 2.
So can I just
Go for
I
it.
interrupt you for 1 sec? There's a really great trick that you can do with Moreland. So if you have a character who has support,
Are you going to say
you can
Ramon?
use that on Moreland and generate one of his pogs because he would be healed. So you can generate a pog on turn 1.
Yep.
Then on turn 2, run Moreland across the map, use support on that pog. That would cause Moreland to heal, and then he can generate another pog on the other side of the map next to him.
Mm-hmm.
A pog with flurry and 11 attack.
Yeah, with I think
As
it comes with
example.
prob too. That pog's dirty.
Yeah. So Moreland's
Oh my
pretty
God,
good.
that's sick.
It's dope.
Morloon is definitely an honorable mention. I don't think he makes the meta when it comes to modern, but he is a pulp king waiting to be played. And he's a flyer. Everyone forgets he's a flyer for some reason. He just doesn't seem like he'd be a flyer, but he is. So my number 2 pick for meta is the Spot. Everyone freaking loves this guy. He's being played every which way, left, right, upside down on Syndicate teams. I'm a big Syndicate fan. If you have Syndicate, I probably love you for some odd play reason. But this guy definitely brings it the whole package and more. I'm not going to tell you how to play it. Figure it out for yourself. Just make sure you read. And if you have any questions, ask those local judge boards on Facebook. There's lots of questions flying about him, and they're probably answered correctly. My next one, my third one, people are going to say this is a terrible pick, but this is totally up my alley. Got a great sculpt too, Kangaroo.
Interesting.
The fact that this guy gets free attacks is amazing. The fact that this guy blows up Brown and can sidestep twice, it tells Brock Bunker to go screw itself. Right? Consider him. He's quite fancy, but remember his free attack only goes against people that can't use Leap Climb. I mean, free attacks that are 12-4, I'm pretty okay with that for 60 points.
Dude, for 60 points, he's 8 clicks. Like that's solid.
Yeah,
He is
nasty.
He's solid. And if you
Nasty.
don't want
Thank
to,
you,
and if you don't want
19
to
defense.
yes. And if you don't like 60 paying for 30, and now you have an 11-3 against people that don't have Leap Climb. I'm not.
You still have Quake
no.
to get through blocking.
Yeah. You still have Quake to get through blocking.
And decent reach. Like he's still charging. He's still effectively charging for 5 with the sidestep.
And the crazy thing about him is, he's an animal and a brute. So if you wanted to, you can give him Gaia, or you can give him the sword.
Yeah.
Right. The sword.
You don't need to give him a sword though. He's already got CC.
You probably give him the universal weapon, if anything, because he already has the CCE. Good point. Right. So he gets that blade, so you can Ares. That's where you get dirty, because if you think about it, if he's on top dial for 60, he charges 4 plus 2 side steps. That guy just moved 8 squares and attacked, and he attacked potentially twice.
Or you know what you don't, you know what you do? You don't give him anything, and you just play him with what's his name, Prime Kingpin.
Yep.
And he's 30 points there, and now has like what 12 attack.
Plus 1 damage. Yeah. 12.
Yeah.
He's 4. And he gets a free attack from Kingpin, and he gets an attack from himself, and potentially a free attack.
And Kingpin's also a brute, right? Is he also Sinister Syndicate?
Not the prime one, unfortunately.
No.
The problem with that Kingpin is he is TV show Kingpin.
Right.
We needed a legacy Kingpin pretty bad. Hopefully that we get that comes somewhere along the line. WizKids, please just make like a booster pack of cards that I could buy that are just legacy cards, and make him one of them.
He's a brute. He's a brute though. Brutes are coming up, man.
Yeah. So that was number 2. That was number 3 of my top 5. My next 2, the fourth one is pretty obvious. Everyone loves this guy. His name is Captain Universe. He's going to be on so many of the top table teams in Memphis, or he's gonna make top 16 guaranteed, if not top 8 almost guaranteed. The fact that the man came back from the grave, that can see through everything, is back in the game with a 12-4. At least they reduced his range down to a 6. That's more manageable. But they gave him a stop click, folks, so why not keep that going, right? And of course, has access to all the lovely new one shots that can just be like, I'm immune. Oh, you didn't hit me. I'm Spider-Man.
Facts.
And the last one, the guy that I think is the best figure in the set. You're like, wait a second, there's someone better than Captain Universe in the set? Yes! This gentleman can generate guys that have poison and mind control. He can give them the 12 attack. And in addition, he is the first character, to my knowledge, that says, hey, if one of my guys that I generated or myself is within range of you, you can't use improved targeting. So Captain Universe, you're down the toilet. And it's this guy, folks. It's the new Chase Mysterio, right? He brings way too much to your team for 50 points. And yes, you can butterfly him, which makes it even nuttier.
Butterfly him, and you still get to make the dudes.
You can still make the dudes. You can't make the dudes out of the butterflies, but you can make the dudes out of him, and it gives him a stop click, which is awesome.
It's gross.
I think that's a very good list. The only one I would add is Spider-Man Noir. Probably not good enough for modern, but I think he's very good for Pulp.
Oh yeah.
Team shape change, solid. That's a great common choice.
Free Smoke Cloud, yeah. And
I feel like some other
strong.
pulp ones, which I feel like should maybe be a separate category. Spider Cat.
Yeah.
Stunner.
Yeah, keyword manipulation. Stunner only for what's it? If Doc Ock is on your team. Otherwise, she's just a solid 25-point figure.
She's 25 points, dude. She's 25.
That's why I said she's a solid 25-point figure, but you want to put her with her Doc Ock because he just says, I mastermind anywhere.
But she's gross, man. And guess what? She's a brute.
It's hot. I like it.
Yeah, she's a brute.
I think the other maybe
plus one longsword, right? You get a sword. Yeah.
I think the best thing to come out of Spider-Verse is the canon event.
You dirty SOB, you're bringing that card up, right? That card's got to get errated. That card has to say that it cannot activate on your own turn. It just
has to be an opposing effect.
Yes, because the fact that I can just kill my own time breaker with like a Beetlejuice or something like that,
kill a butterfly,
or you kill a butterfly pog, right? It needs to be where like the person that gets killed has to be pointed. And it has to happen on an opposing turn. Like one of the two, guaranteed, right? because the fact that I can just go, yeah, I'm gonna kill this butterfly. Oh, how are you gonna do that? I make sure it's within inside the pulse wave. When I pulse wave and it dies, oh, cannon event. Now you can't do anything to Captain Universe unless you have someone that does unavoidable damage, which is Moriarty, and I love that guy. Or the I believe it is the Legacy Collector who says when I attack you, either you give me your equipment or my damage is unavoidable. We'll get around that
But
immune.
immune, you can't even be targeted.
That
Yeah,
is
you can't
incorrect, sir. They said that
What?
unavoidable damage can get
That's-
through immune.
Yeah, but
That's
you have
fine,
to
but-
deal it. You have to have it. You have to make an attack, which means you have to target him.
Not with Moriarty.
Not with Moriarty, yeah, but they also have to have a action token too. So
That's pretty easy to do.
So like, that was a move this weekend with Ryder is he'd call out Beetlejuice, move up Collector, and then KO Butterfly and be like immune.
Yep, and that's why now we say Chair Panther's
That's
even
nasty.
more important.
Yeah, like when
that's nasty.
the assemble
All right.
assemble the team's also gross because you can create this crazy yo-yo with Green Lantern TA. Just go up and kill a bunch of stuff with Wonder Woman, and then bring someone over, and then bring the whole team back.
Oh my god! Wait, what?
Yeah, so it says when you succeed leadership, pick a team ability that's copyable.
Mhm.
All your characters can use it, and they can use their effects without being adjacent to one another. So you
That's
carry in your entire
gross.
team, do a bunch of free attacks, and then carry them back.
Gross. Wow. Oh, I love it. Oh my god, it's amazing.
That's
Yeah,
only
it's-
I didn't
like,
even really look at these, honestly.
Oh, dude,
that-
like all these one shots are busted.
they're really
They're
dumb.
insane.
Like web swinging is also disgusting
Web
if
swinging's
you're running anyone with
great.
Leap Climb. But I think you've already touched on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, I wanted to call out a couple that I really like too. An honorable mention for Pulp is Spider UK. Man, I played that guy in the Sealed, and he's incredible. And no, he's 45 points. He's got Mystics and Spider-Man team ability. He's got the Friends from Across the Spider-Verse trait. He's got another trait that's Empower and Leadership. When Spider UK uses it, uses any of these powers, friendly characters with Web Warriors trait within 3 squares are considered adjacent. So that's not super relevant, but he has Empower and Leadership traded. And then he has Charge with an 8 move. When Spider UK uses it and hits after resolutions, you may remove an action token from a friendly character within range. His range is 4. He's
Sounds
just
very
solid.
supporty.
He's got he's
Yeah,
supporty.
I mean-
He's got an 8 charge. I mean, he's got a 12 attack with super strength and 4 damage. So
Yeah, I say no to
I
that.
mean, you can also remove from yourself because you're
Pretty
friendly and
solid.
within range of yourself. So
yeah, you can remove it. Yeah, he's always acting like if he hits, and he's usually hitting. And then he's an Empower and a Leadership. He's really solid. I really
yeah,
like
super solid.
him. Lady Stiltman.
Oh, tell me how to play this figure. 'Cause
Late.
I've been trying to figure this out.
Oh, dude, you pop a bike on her, and then you play a Timebreaker Pog, and then you just give infinite leg extensions, and she's basically unkillable. She's disgusting. She's with a bike. She's gonna have like a 13 move and sidestep. You out of here, Clay?
Yeah, I gotta run. Thanks,
Time.
guys.
All right,
Sorry.
later.
Sorry.
I gotta
catch
back in a
Alright.
second too.
Clack, peace out.
Catch you.
But yeah, 13 move,
you guys.
11
All right.
attack.
Yep, peace out.
Or wait, does she have CCE?
I think she gets CC for a trait or something.
Somewhere. I don't think she has CCE. She just gets +1 to all her combat values when she has
Let's give her a
5 or
long
more
sword,
leg
bro.
extensions. Yeah, but
So-
she doesn't have a move and attack.
So you're
She
using
doesn't.
time
Interesting.
breakers to give her leg extensions, and you're
Oh yeah,
giving
you don't pay
her
for any leg.
a motorcycle to give her move and attack of
Yes.
some sort.
Yes, plus super senses. So she ends up being like 55 points, and then you have the time breakers, and so you're giving her 4 additional at least 4 leg extensions, probably more like 6 or 7 leg extensions. No, you can give her up to 8, right? I mean, it'd be hard to get them all adjacent, but she can move, she can sidestep so that other people can be adjacent to her to give her leg extensions. I don't know. She's nasty. She's super nasty. She's going to be hard to kill. And then one that I have two more. I have the Thor, the Mjolnir Spider-Man.
Yes.
I'm really trying to build around that right
really
now.
Good.
I wish that
Super
guy had
good.
back.
I mean, you just pair him with a Diana or a Zala. You port him over there, and then he has a free Mjolnir on him, and you're just rolling D8, and just I wish that he had penetrating damage. Like if he had penetrating damage,
You want to get this guy exploit, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Dude, where's my enchanted crowbar?
Next set. Next set.
We
coming back, baby.
We also got to see with the promo today.
No, it gives you exploit, but you can't use imperv or invincible.
Yeah,
that's nasty. But I think
so good.
I think the Giant Reach 3 from the free Mjolnir is insane with see-through characters. It's so nasty.
It's like you just fucking you Ares a lot of people with a D8.
You Ares bomb people with a D8, and he has a Force Blast on dial. So like you're knocking back everybody. It's gross.
Opponent cry.
Dude, okay, so
it's pretty gross. And then you get to gank somebody or give them a action token.
Speaking of someone hitting someone for 8 with the blades, I was playing +1 longsword on my Wally. I crit and then rolled a 6, so it became 8 damage exploit. And my card.
That's pretty gross. Wait, exploit. He has exploit too. Oh, on the
when he swaps to the flare dial.
Yeah. Oh God,
it's dirty.
Yeah. It's disgusting. Yeah. That's disgusting. And then last one I want to call out was Sandman.
I fucking love Sandman.
He's too expensive, goddammit.
Dude, I know, Patrick.
And why did you make him a giant? I can't give him the motorcycle he needs.
Dude, if he had 1 click of 3 damage for 50 points, that piece would be so fucking good.
Yep.
That piece would be absolutely insane. Like if he started on 3 damage,
the 9 doesn't help.
Yeah.
But no, he's in a syndicate. No. We don't care about the attack value.
Yeah,
that's
true.
Attack value, bro. He's not attacking anyway, Jeff. He's just sitting there to give my fucking energy explosion from Electro 3 damage, and you can't reduce that shit. Or 2 damage because it's EE, but you know. And then everyone who evades takes 110 or something.
The 3 damage if it's a Electro.
Okay, for spot.
I'm just saying.
For spot, exactly. Yeah. Dude, and that smoke cloud is gross. Just being able to
find these guys.
People's...
I can't get these guys here in town. I've been wanting these guys, and that's why I was waiting to see Jeff later and talk to him about what he's got.
I've pulled possibly my 2 least favorite synergies in Craven and Vulture.
And
I'm like, bro.
Vulture's bad.
I got these 3 guys. I got this guy.
That's a cool guy.
Oh no.
I got this guy.
Ooh.
And I got this guy.
Mysterio's
cool.
Cool.
Open more cases.
I got these guys and Captain Universe I pulled out of my random brick I bought. And I'm like, cool, I got the one Spider-Man I wanted, but I want my Sinister Syndicate, man.
Yeah, I want a Sandman so bad.
Guy.
Nice.
Ooh.
And traded for this guy also, and then I got Sandman and Mysterio in my case.
Nice. I just pulled a Spider-Ham Prime from Jeff's event actually on Saturday.
Oh,
pretty sick.
Yeah, dude, I got Spider-Man Prime Spider-Ham Prime and Mysterio in the same brick.
Nice.
Yep.
Super solid.
I thought that this guy was ass when I first read him, and then I played him last. Right. You just play him for the fact that it says, "Hey, everyone with leadership is within 4, and the Sinister Syndicate's all within 4." You're like, oh. And he also says if you share his 8 attack value, 8's your crits. So if you could find a way of manipulating that, Andrew, that'd be sweet. But that's up your alley, not mine.
I think Prime Octopus is pretty cool.
Yeah, he is.
Spawns the stunner and then goes into the original, I think, right? The non-prime?
Yeah, goes into the superior. Yeah.
Yeah, and then if the stunner dies, you can heal the superior for like 4 or something. So he's like top dial.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I just I feel like the it is nice that you can heal him all the way to top dial. Because you bring him in on his 40 point line, right? Yeah. But it's so brutal though, because I feel like you have to give him that like that Sandman object, the like helm or whatever, to give him
yes, he needs power cosmic.
He needs power cosmic. Yeah.
Or just some way of it. The one thing that I thought that I learned that was weird is if you play him at 75 this Ock, the Chase Ock, he says like, oh, when someone hits you, you can't use protected outwit now, right? How many things actually do protected outwit nowadays? Not as many as I thought.
Yeah.
Everyone's got power cosmic or cosmic power or whatever BS, and I'm just like, where's all the protected outwit, man?
Is that safeguard?
Safeguard, that's a safeguard, and they said safeguard is the same as all capitals protected, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. Where's just regular protected? I could think of one figure that I actually cared about that had something that said protected, and that was like, was it Black Lantern Superman that has the thing that says, oh, you got to outwit my dumb damage power before you can outwit everything else? I was like,
yep.
Spider-Man Prime.
Which Spider-Man Prime are we talking about?
Prime Spider-Man. He also
the black
has
suit one.
Protected.
That's in
yeah,
silver.
he has protected outlet.
Yeah, well, great. That guy's
He's not even in silver.
Yeah.
So two more things.
I'm all about the Ares bomb. I'm just trying to Ares bomb all day. I went so far as to start building with Ares actually on the main force so that I could ensure an Ares bomb.
4 damage, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
It's
nice.
very bad though.
He gets sniped easily.
Yeah,
yes. Two more things about Spider-Verse. The glider, I think, is also going to show up in competitive because you got the precision strike reflexes, and if you're Ares bomb, you have the great attacker. They don't have blades. Guess what? They can get blades now.
Great observation. But I'm going to say this: I think you'll see more of it once Wheels of Vengeance rotates.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
because 100%, the glider does not give you move and attack. That's why.
It gives you flight, which is awesome.
Yes.
But it doesn't give you the move and attack. That's the problem.
That is the problem compared to
precision
the other ones
is nice.
Now.
It is.
Precision is very nice.
Especially in a world right now where there's so much super senses and shape change out there, right? What they really need to do is give some object that gives you precision and battle fury. I think that'd be a great object to make.
But then
just tell everyone
you don't shoot. You punch.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're just picking Necro Sword 2.0.
We're making Necro Sword 2.0, but there's a little bad stuff in there with Battle Fury, I guess.
Yeah, well,
but Necro Sword,
but I can still be
Sword
putting
gave you giant reach too.
Gotta drop, homies. Later.
Right. Good night,
Andrew. Good chatting with you.
Good night, Andrew. Good night.
Well, I guess we can wrap it up. One last question from our audience. Is there any figure you guys are looking forward to playing in Silver Age?
Spot.
The +1 longsword, does that one count?
It's an object.
But like, come on, man. For those of you who don't know me, I play a lot of Genesis APOC, so +1 longsword is just insane in that team. So I decided to play that in silver with just anyone. Just here you go, +2 blades.
I'm
gonna say the old spot
Legacy Thanos.
Okay, Jeff.
That's a nice one. The old spot with the new spot, because if you read how the spot works, it just checks for the name. It doesn't check for a set.
I don't know what the old spot does.
No, it's I'm talking about the actual ability to attack through it.
Oh yeah.
Because the spot says that, not the actual character. The actual thing that he poops out says that anyone named the spot can attack through it.
That's fair.
Yep.
Exciting stuff.
Weird shit, man. Weird shit.
Again,
someone's gonna get weird with it.
Alex, I'd like to take Rulers of the Universe for 4,000. What is Thanos' legacy?
That guy should just come back. I was waiting for them to sneak a legacy card in with the next box set that comes out that says, "Hey, when Galactus is back and all his heralds, let's just sneak Legacy Thanos back in there, man."
Dude,
Dude,
that
I
would be awesome.
So excited if it's the what? Is it a 3x8 or is it 2x8? But like the big Galactus gets a
It's
legacy.
gonna
That'd
be
be
the
fire.
most newest one, because I think the reason why they're legacy carding that is it kind of got a raw deal, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people spent $100 plus on it. It sat on store shelves for a long time, so there are probably retailers that are just kind of like, "What do I do with this thing?"
Oh,
Right?
yeah, for sure.
Hey, I'm only down to 2 now.
Right.
Jeff is like, I don't know what to do with this. You just fucking take it. I'm like, okay.
And let's be honest,
I'll
they
take
probably
it.
also fired the guy who designed it because they're
I
like,
see
"Hey,
it right
man,
there. I see it behind you. I see
Oh,
the
yeah.
box.
Yeah, mine's down
Yeah,
over there.
Right, yeah.
Yep. And I was like, they probably fired the designer for 2 reasons. A, the head of the thing never stays on, and B, why did you make the fire blast look like a ding dong?"
Yeah.
It's
My
awkward.
Galactus has been sitting there ever since ever since I moved into this house, Jeff. I was like, I don't know what to do with this. I've always wanted to be like, well, maybe, but I'm like, all the teams I play, I'm like, I've just played Halo teams and already has Cosmic. So there's no
I'm
point.
going to hope that they take the 6 dials that thing has, right, and just go like, "Hey, the top dial now is like not even 300 points. We're going to say it'd be like 500 points. Like you got 5, 4, and 3, right? Or like are the dials that no one ever touched, because they used to be, I think it was like 6, 8, and 1,000.
Yeah, it
Right?
was absurd.
So just do 5, 4, and 3. Okay, so you could only ever have that lowest of the big top dials plus the other one smaller, and then just do 2, 1, and 50 or something crazy like that, right? So you can play him on the team. He's a 6x3 man. He going to die. He's got 0 move, bro. Right? Just say the guy has sidestep. Just give him sidestep. No other way of moving. Anything he moves
Wait,
through
what are
gets
his keywords?
destroyed. I think it was like Cosmic, right? Cosmic
Yeah,
Ruler.
But the issue is,
if he's
what's going to
ruler,
happen?
you know what that means. That's
Yeah.
portable by Diana, baby.
What's going to happen is there's maps that are some of the maps are so cluttered
Yep.
that
Can't even place
you're
them.
not going to be able to place him, and he's just going to get KO'd.
No. You have to put into his rules that say like when he moves, he destroys everything like the very original one did, and he sees through everything. Period. Right. That's all you got to do for him, and then he becomes viable again.
I don't like it.
He needs
Too
to be
much.
a fun
imagine
thing.
Central Factory, because like there's really you just have to put him in the middle of the map. He just exists in the middle of the map now.
Yep. I mean,
That's
he
so-
dies pretty quickly and easily to like
does.
standard figures, right?
Can this caveman Wally just one turn him now?
Probably.
Assuming you roll above average, probably.
Well, I mean, you don't even need to roll above average if you have the +1 longsword, or you can just deal 4
He's
pen.
I would not be surprised if he says he reduces penetrating damage.
He probably would.
I don't think he does.
I mean, if he doesn't reduce pin, yeah, he just gets absolutely rolled by Caveman Wally. It's just not even like close. Because he starts on a 19 imperv.
Hey, if you can get beat up by Squirrel Girl, you can get beat up by Caveman.
I mean, bro. Yeah, he just hits you for. Yeah, I mean, if he hits the imperv on your original attack, then you'd have to roll some good imperv rolls or some good blitz rolls. But other than that,
All right. Well, I think it's about that time that we all mosey on along.
Thank you for listening, friends. Until next time, don't forget to practice rolling your dice.
bye everyone.
Later.
Night.